Hey everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Glenn and Katie. Like our last episode, this week's episode was filmed on location at Myrtle Beach Travel Park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It was Mom's dream for us to have a family camper at the beach. We have so many memories from several vacations that we took to North and South Carolina beaches. Whether we stayed in beach houses, condos, or at the camper, we have always enjoyed vacationing together as a family at the beach. And so Dad and I went down this weekend to winterize the camper and make sure that Mom's dream of having a family camper at the beach lives on for a really long time. When we woke up on this day of filming, Dad and I decided to take a long walk on the beach, which actually included checking out the Apache Pier, which is the East Coast longest wooden pier. We probably did about a mile just walking up and down the pier alone. And just past the pier, we discovered that Myrtle Beach was having its annual polar plunge, benefiting the Special Olympics, and we'd never seen one before. So we made sure that we'd be coming back right after our meal to check it out.
It's time to make some shrimp and grits. We've been walking on the beach. In fact, we walked 5 miles, so we're both hungry. And to begin with, I'm just going to cook the grits. So to do that, I've got a cup of grits. I'm going to put it in the pan. And then I'm going to add 4 cups of chicken stock. I have the cup of grits and the 4 cups of chicken stock, and I'm going to whisk it together, and I'm going to be cooking it until it's done. And then we'll add the cheese, and that part of the meal will be ready. I've been cooking the grits, and it's about absorbed all the chicken stock, and now it's time to put the cheese in. I've got some sharp cheddar cheese I'm going to put in to make the cheesy grits. I love cheesy grits to go with my shrimp and grits. The grits are done. They're beautiful, and now it's time to get the topping ready. For part of this recipe, we need a spring onion, and a while back I showed you that I could get a spring onion and use most of it and cut off this last 2 inches here and plant it in the ground. I did that for a whole bunch from Walmart, and now it's time to harvest some of these when I need them. And so look at this. Look how beautiful this spring onion is. And again, it came from something that I normally would have thrown away, or most people throw away. I'll take this home with me. I'll cut it right here and keep it moist, and then I'll use the rest of this in the recipe today, and then I'll grow me another onion.
Y'all, we have about 5 strips of bacon in the pan right now, but that's just because that's what could fit in the pan. Your pan might hold a little more or a little less. It just depends on how much bacon you'd like as well. We're just going to be frying the bacon until it's nice and crisp. Now, a lot of people will take their bacon and either put it on newspaper or paper towels to absorb the grease. But if you're like me, if you don't have those with you, I just shake them off with my little spatula, getting all the grease through these holes back down in the pan, and then I plop it on my plate, let it cool off a second, and then start crumbling from there. So today, while we're glamping in this lovely camper, that's what we might do.
It's time to make the shrimp mixture to go on the top. And to begin with, I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. I love to put a little bit of garlic in it, so I'm going to add that to the pan. And I'm going to add some green onions. And now the bacon. And finally, the shrimp. Now the shrimp only takes a couple minutes to cook, so I've got to be real careful with cooking this. When we put this mixture on top of the grits, I like to have a little bit of sauce to go on it. So I had just a little bit of chicken stock left to make it a little bit richer. And in just a minute, it'll be ready to plate.
Now I'm gonna top my bowl. Here at the camper, we found that either my sister or mom left this super cute flower bowl. So Dad was like, you can use that. So here are my cheese grits, and I'm just gonna scoop up some of this delicious goodness right here and put it on. This looks amazing. So let me get a little bit more. I'm just going to put a few more lovely green onions, and there we go. My perfect bowl.
And now I'm going to put the topping on my bowl, and I got a spoon so I could get some of the goodie out. Man, this looks good. Some onions. There we go. I added some salt and pepper and a little bit of Texas Pete. It is delicious. I love the flavors and how they go together. The bacon, I like the bacon grease being used to cook the shrimp. It all goes together. And I always have loved grits. Now the cheesy grits are even better. So this is an excellent meal.
Okay, it's my turn. So let's go ahead and see. Let me get the shrimp with the grits and the bacon. I love cheesy grits just like Dad, but the shrimp adds some great protein because I always was like, oh my goodness, this is just so many carbs but no protein. But the shrimp goes well, the bacon and the onions. This is like a perfect warm bowl of goodness for any time of the day. It's actually pretty chilly here at the beach, so this is the perfect treat to warm me up before we go back outside.
We had our shrimp and grits, we made it, we cleaned up, and we ran over here. We made it in time before they had the polar challenge and before they jumped in the water, so we're looking forward to that. It is absolutely crazy. People everywhere playing sports, tailgating, laying on towels. Everybody's having a great time. Can't wait to see them jump in the water.
We both had an absolute blast watching our very first polar plunge, but I don't think that either of us are going to be participating anytime soon. And we walked almost 21,000 steps, or about 8.5 miles, so we were pretty exhausted when the evening rolled around. We just want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's episode. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Also, don't forget to comment. We would love to hear from you, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.